Jon Krakauer's book, Under the Banner of Heaven, is an intense story exposing the dark and twisted side of Mormon fundamentalism, while simultaneously analyzing the religiously based murder of a mother and her baby. For those who like the sound of that, let us note that the subject matter deals with rape, sexual assault, abuse in a variety of forms, including that of children, and various other gruesome topics. If you are uncomfortable with any of these topics, we suggest choosing another book.
Like his other books, such as Into Thin Air, Krakauer deals with extremes in his writing, and in this book, the extremes of faith. He transitions well from providing the reader with the history of the Fundamentalist Church of Latter-day Saints and the murder of Brenda and her infant child, Erica. This book also includes the testimonies and stories of various people who have been influenced by the fundamentalist Mormon communities and excerpts from the Book of Mormon, as well as other works of literature pertaining to Mormonism and religion in general.
In many parts, it's genuinely difficult to continue reading. You want it to be a fictional book, but then you remember that these are true stories that happened and continue to happen to real people. This realization is when the book becomes hard to read, but you also feel the obligation to listen to the stories of pain and abuse in order to fully understand and recognize the full worth of the book. Being an empathetic person myself, I can practically feel their pain, and it's something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
There is a whole population of girls that are being brainwashed, physically and mentally abused, and quite literally passed from man to man with no say over the course of their life. Obey or face eternal damnation is the primary rule that runs through the core of Mormon fundamentalism. And I don't want to bash a religion that I'm not a part of, but in my own personal opinion, a religion that is based on oppression, rape, abuse, and so much more is not a beneficial religion. For example, at age 16, Marianne Kingston was married against her will to her uncle, David Orbell Kingston. She tried to run away twice but was caught on each occasion, and was later beat and whipped savagely by her own father. It's not a religion based on love and acceptance, but rather filled with malicious motives rooted in fear and hate.
It shows the nature of belief perseverance and the ability religion has to alter minds and attitudes. One of the core elements of this book is the story of the Lafferty brothers, mainly focused on Ron and Dan Lafferty, a prime example of the persuasive power of religion. When 3 of Dan's brothers attempted to impose these principles in their own homes, however, their wives refused and began to complain to Diana, the wife of Ron, the eldest Lafferty brother, about the disturbing changes in their husband's behavior. And this was only after a few meetings amongst the brothers. When reading this book, it almost feels as if you are diving into a foreign place, some faraway country or fictional community. Then you are brought back to the realization that this religion was born in the backyard of America and has quickly spread not only throughout the United States, but across the globe.
Overall, we would definitely recommend this book to people interested in learning more about extreme religions. Jon Krakauer is able to successfully capture the essence of what is actually happening amongst small occult groups adhering to the Mormon fundamentalist doctrine. It's a raw piece of nonfiction that forces you to think and analyze the line between religion and ethics. Not only is Under the Banner of Heaven completely eye-opening to readers like us, but also gives a voice to a community of people trapped by extreme faith. This book entertains you while masterfully revealing the truths of extreme religion through personal stories, historical accounts, and a crime of faith. It will leave a lasting impression, which is why we strongly recommend Under the Banner of Heaven.